I have owned this Model 3 Performance for just over 2 months, which means the ceramic coating we installed when I got this car is now 2 months old. And this car is really in need of a good contact wash. Now, all I've done with this car is drive it a little bit, got some bugs, got some dirt, got some grime on it. I have actually washed this once, but only doing a clear water pressure washer rinse and then using a car dryer on it, and that is it. So in today's video, we're going to start the long-term series of seeing how Clean by P and the Organizer's 8-year coating is actually going to hold up. Welcome back, and let's jump into it. Now, I do want to say up front here, this video series is absolutely not sponsored. I purchased this coating with my own money and just decided we need to test it to see how it's going to last on one of my own personal vehicles. Now, this intro will be a little bit on the long side. I'll chapterize this videos if you want to skip over this part, but there is some important information, I think, in pertaining to ceramic coating and how ceramic coatings are actually tested. And that brings up the point of ceramic coatings, in my opinion, are one of the most challenging aspects in the detailing industry, creating content around ceramic coatings and actually reviewing them. You can, of course, do your first initial reviews and see, oh, this coating is looking pretty good. I like how it installed. It looks like this afterwards, after it's quickly cured up. Spray it down with some water and go, wow, the hydrophobics are amazing. But that's only one part of the story. How does the coating last over an extended period of time? This brings up the topic of coating lifespans. A lot of different manufacturers, not just Pan here in this case, put a year claim on it, put a mileage claim on it. And in my opinion, that's not the way to actually market or advertise ceramic coatings. I personally don't think any ceramic coating should have any sort of claim on it because there are so many factors that play into this. For example, you can take the same car, you can have 2 different detailers install it, and you could have wildly different results. You can also take 2 cars from the same detailer, something like my Model 3 Performance here, an identical white Model 3 Performance, and you could have one that lives inside, one that lives outside. You can have one that's washed, one that's never washed, one that's properly maintained, not properly maintained, and you could have, again, wildly different factors. This also plays into environmental factors. If you have a vehicle that lives out in sunny 70-degree everyday Southern California weather, it's clearly going to last a lot longer than something that is up in New York, something that's in the Midwest, Chicago area, or even like here in Colorado. So my personal opinion, the way to test a ceramic coating is to put it on a car, drive the car, get it dirty, and properly maintain it. I'm not a huge believer in throwing a ceramic coating on a vehicle, not washing the car for 6 months, not washing the car for a year, because I don't really think that's representative. A lot of people think ceramic coatings are this magical snake oil. I think a lot of companies kind of market it like that, but it's really not that. So anytime I have a customer that is booking a ceramic coating, I have an upfront conversation with them. And I talk about, hey, how are you actually going to maintain this coating? How are you planning on washing this? Is it going through car washes? Is it, never washing it? What does that look like for you? If I have somebody tell me, oh, I just take it through a brush car wash, or I infrequently wash it, I just want to put something on there, I'm going to probably tell them, I probably wouldn't spend the money to do that. This is a product that needs to be maintained, cleaned. You don't want to go through a winter here in Colorado and never wash your car. That absolutely makes no sense that the coating is going to last if you just leave a bunch of nasty chemicals and residue all over it. So these are things that need to be cleaned, need to be maintained. The other topic I want to talk about in terms of testing, and this is not to throw shade at any folks in particular, but when people are taking a junkyard hood, they polish it up, throw 8 different ceramic coatings on it, and then throw a boatload of chemicals on it and claim that one is better than any of the others, I don't really think that's representative of how a car is actually treated. I want to see in real world environments what the car is actually going to look like. Now, there are some great tests you can do. You can split a car right in half, put one coating on one side, put one on the other side, and see how the coatings last over an extended period of time. I've seen others that do panel by panel. I have some issues with that as well. So in my opinion, the only real way to do this, put it on a car, live with it, clean it, and enjoy it, and see what it does. Now, this is not a car that I necessarily daily drive, but this is also a car that will see all sorts of different environments. This car will go on road trips. It does see a lot of bugs here in Colorado. We will get rain on this. We will get really hot summers where it's almost 100 degrees here in Colorado. On the flip side, we'll also see some really nasty weather here in the winter time where it's -20 below. We've got lots of salt, mag chloride, salt brine, and I'm going to tell the long-term story of this coating on this particular car. Now, Pan's 8-year coating here is, of course, something that consumers and professionals alike can actually buy. Should probably do a video talking about professional coatings versus off-the-shelf coatings as it is. We'll save that for another day. But there's a lot of things that my initial impressions really intrigued me about Pan's coating. Number one being the pH resistance, one of the highest pH resistance out there in terms of chemical resistance across the board. pH resistance is between 1 and 14. Most coatings are between 2 and 13, maybe 2 to 12, sometimes 3 to 11. So I like having that bigger chemical resistance, especially living here in Colorado with all the nasty crap they put on the roads. I also very much love how this coating applies. My efficiency has very much gone up in terms of installing this coating, and I've been really, really thrilled with it. One of the other things that I don't think a lot of people think about, but is the versatility of this product. So this product can actually go on paint, can go on glass, on wheels, plastic trim, can go on matte or satin painted vehicles, it can go on PPF, it can go on vinyl, it can pretty much work on every exterior surface on your vehicle. And that for me as a shop owner and somebody who's running a business is a really big deal. Reason being is if you have a car, let's say like a Rivian R1S that has a lot of plastic trim, I can use one product on every single surface on the exterior instead of grabbing 4 different ceramic coatings. So for example, a lot of the times a couple of years ago I was using a dedicated paint coating, a dedicated wheel coating, a dedicated coating for a satin area like this, a dedicated coating for plastic trim like this, a dedicated coating for glass, and it became very not so cost effective to do that, as well as kind of annoying to apply. What I mean by that, if you have cars with a lot of this plastic trim that goes over wheel arches, the full side, if you get paint coating on that plastic trim, cannot allow the trim coating to actually bond to that plastic surface. You'll kind of get this weird little spot there. Then on the flip side, if you get the trim coating on the paint, they don't really work so well, and it becomes like this massive oil slick that you're trying to get off. You're just pushing coating everywhere, becomes an absolute mess. So for me, efficiency has gone up. My cost to actually ceramic coat vehicles has gone down, and it's been a real win-win. Now the last remaining factor, how does this coating last? Well, we're gonna see here with my own personal car. Now my car is not completely filthy, but you can see we've got a few bugs up here. We've got some areas down here where we've got some tree sap on it. We've got some dirt and grime. We've actually got some tar on here. All these little spots actually right here also are all brake dust coming from the very, very soft pads found here on the Model 3 Performance. So it's not super filthy, but it is definitely due for a bath. You can see the whole back end here, very dusty, very grimy. We're gonna get this thing washed, so join me as we get this bad boy cleaned up. For the first part of our wash here, we're gonna be using Labo Cosmetica Primus 2.0. This is an alkaline-based snow foam that goes on before you ever rinse the vehicle. This is gonna help break down any dirt, grime, give us the safest chance of when we do our contact wash, not adding any dirt and grime into that situation. So we're going to be using 10-to-1 dilution ratio here as suggested for summertime dirt and grime. That's going to give us 55 milliliters of the Primus 2.0 and 545 milliliters of water. So we can fill that into our foam cannon here. Go our soap right into our water. It's going to give us a total of 600 milliliters of our solution. We can foam down the car. Time for first rinse here. I want to see how this does on the bugs. Yep, that's pretty freaking insane to say the least. So let's continue to rinse this down. We'll refoam it and be ready for a contact wash, even though, yeah, probably doesn't honestly need one. So after just our first initial pre-wash and rinse, honestly, really no need for a contact wash. The car wasn't super dirty to say the least, but like the bugs are completely gone. The dirt and grime is completely gone. But look at how dry that windshield is already. The hydrophobic, so I coated all the glass, coated all the paint. The only thing I didn't do on this is the wheels, since I had those previously coated, but even satin areas like this, let's check it out. Unbelievably impressive. Yeah, this is honestly quite a bit better than some pro level coatings I've used in terms of the hydrophobics on here and the cleaning ability. Again, the car looks clean. White always looks pretty darn clean. The back had some pretty good dirt and grime, some brake dust, especially down the side here. We had some tar down here, literally completely gone. All the brake dust completely gone. There's genuinely zero need for a hand wash, but we're going to do it anyway because we're OCD, and why the heck not? But the front end here, this is the most impressive thing. Those bugs have been on there 2.5, 3 weeks or so at this point now. I haven't rinsed this car off, you know, since I did it, I guess, maybe a month into ownership. So this is literally its second wash. The hood is almost freaking dry right now. Insane. Really, really impressive. Man, the slickness on this thing, pretty freaking nuts to say the least. Wow. Just feels like you're gliding over warm butter. Awesome. All right, guys, so final rinse here, and I am blown away with this coating. It is seriously impressive. The water just dances off the car. I mean, I was impressed with our first initial rinse, but it is just unbelievable. So again, let me show you some hydrophobics here. Insane. One of the things that I've noticed with quite a few coatings is when you spray them, you'll kind of get this circular pattern where it's kind of sheeting water a little bit around where basically the water is hitting it. And this has almost none of that. It is pretty incredible. I mean, the water behavior is crazy. All right, guys, that concludes our first official wash And yeah, I'm pretty blown away with this. Now, I have showcased this product before. I've also done a quick, hey, install it in literally 24 hours, look at the hydrophobics. That video I was impressed by, and the more and more I play with this product, the more and more I'm even more impressed. I mean, again, our car was not dirty here. That's kind of by intention. I want to give a good, real first look at it, and a little bit of dirt and grime here, but I mean, the car looks like it literally just got fully paint corrected and polished. Like, it looks absolutely perfect just from a quick hand wash here. So that I am blown away with. This product, just the more and more I play with it, I am just, yeah, so impressed. I just love the ability to be able to use this product on everything. Really, really impressed with how it did on the glass, really impressed with how it's looking on the trim, and of course, the paint. I have not seen many coatings do hydrophobics like this coating. I've been in the industry a long time, and I have been installing ceramic coatings for a very long time. I have used probably hundreds at this point, well deep into the hundreds probably, and I've never really seen a coating look like this. I've played with pro grade stuff. I've played with every consumer grade stuff that, you know, people say this is the best stuff ever made. This stuff is incredibly impressive. So that's my first initial impression. I'm not saying this is the best coating ever made in the world. We will see how this stuff lasts. I am very, very excited for it to start snowing here, which we can see snow as early as October here. So just in a couple of months, I'm gonna keep driving this thing, keep getting bugs, dirt and grime. Clearly, I'm not gonna go off-road this thing, but I can't wait to get this in some rainstorms, get this in some more snowstorms. First impressions though, very impressive. So we'll leave this off here. I'll update you probably next time the car gets extremely, extremely dirty, and we'll give it a wash and see how things are looking then. But man, super, super impressive. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in another one soon. Bye-bye.